So there you go. I just want to remind you that the Catapult project and quadratic basics is due today, and also your Khan Academy skills are due today as well. Okay. So then let's go back to our notes. And so we're using new Cornell notes over here. Okay, another digital Cornell notes. Make sure you fill out everything. We have to use Desmos calculator, right? So I just wanted to show you how to do that. I want you to go into your, it's not on my screen, but you should have like a little Cubics box like this that's all colored down here somewhere, right? So click on it. What I want you to do is go into the Chrome store. Okay, so you see this? You should be able to find this somewhere down here if you click on this little Rubik's Cube here, right? So go into the store, and then I want you to type Desmos, Desmos, and then look for it. It should look like this right here, okay? Please make sure you add it, okay? Desmos. So in case you don't know how to find it, it's down here, okay? Click on the Rubik's Cube, yes, and go into the Chrome store, and then click on Desmos, okay? So then once you click on add it, because I already downloaded, so I already added it, so it says rate it because I already have it. But if you don't have it, it would ask you, do you want me to add it? So yes, click on yes. You gotta add it, okay? So once you add it, now when you open up your little box, you should have Desmos in there, okay? So for me, Desmos is right here. Right? So make sure you add it, and it should be there where your calculators and all your other stuff is. Okay? All right, so now let's open it. Okay, it's a little bit different because I don't have a Chromebook and you do. So the screen looks a little bit different. So then what I'm going to do right now, I want you to go into your paper version. Okay? I'm just going to show you my online version of the textbook. Obviously, that's not the textbook. Okay, and so this is the page, right? We're on page 8 today. And so if you look at this question over here, they have all this information, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to put this into your digital Cornell notes, okay? So you know what I would like you to do? I just want you to go ahead and take a screenshot all the way from here, including the graph, all the way up to there. You see what I'm talking about? So I want you to click on Shift, Option, and then the little boxes. And then this little arrow thingy shows up. Then you just highlight all this area that you want to take a screenshot of, okay? And bam, I did it, okay? Are we having a difficult time with this? Okay, so once you are done taking the screenshot, you're going to go back to your Cornell notes, right? Oh no, where is my Cornell notes? All right. So my Cornell notes. Oh no, where's my Cornell notes? There you go. Oh, I didn't move it to the correct folder. So guys, let's go ahead and do it. Let's move it to the correct folder, all of us. Click on this folder box right here. And then make sure you find Classroom. And then the correct folder, which is period 1. Click on Move. And now let's go ahead and insert the image. Insert image. And then it says choose an image. So I'm going to choose the image that I know I just got. I think is this one. I hope that's the right one. Yeah. Okay, so it looks really tiny, I know, but this is the correct one. Okay. So there you go. It says a table of values for f of x. If you cannot see, you have the paper version, right? So you can read it over here. The reason why I wanted you to go to the online version is because I wanted you to create this Cornell notes. If you're writing it, you gotta copy everything and it's very difficult, right? Okay, so it says a table of values for f of x is equal to x squared is given. Compare the values in the table for g of x to those for f of x. And then identify what stays the same and what changes. Use this information to write the vertex form of the equation of g of x, then graph g of x. Okay? And describe how the graph changed from graph of f of x. Use words such as right, left, up, and down. Okay? So then let's see. This graph over here that you see is from this table. Okay? We're going to go back to our decimals right now because what we want to do is we want to punch in these numbers, x negative 3, y 9, x negative 2, y 4. We're going to punch it in ourselves to see if we could get the same graph. Okay? So let's go to decimals. And the way we do that, okay, we're going to go ahead and click on the add item button right here. Okay? And then, ooh, we can go ahead and put in a table, huh? Okay, so let's put in a table. And what is my x value? My x value is negative 3. And right now, because I cannot keep going back and forth, I'm using my paper textbook to put in all my numbers. Okay, and then for my y values, 9, 4, 1, 0, 1, 4, and 9. Okay? Oh my goodness, so do you see this right here? Do you see the little dots? Okay, so if you go back to your notes, you can see that it is kind of similar, but it's not really a line, okay? But if you look at this graph over here, what does this say that your equation is? Y, f of x is a fancy way of saying y, right? Y is equal to x squared. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into decimals, and then we're gonna click right here, because this time we're going to insert an equation. Okay, so it's going to be y equals, and then x, and then squared. You see that? Oh my goodness, what just happened? The equation went through the lines. The line went through the dots, right? Okay, so that is exactly what we were trying to do. So that is the equation for f of x, okay? But that is not what we are trying to find, right? Let's go back to our notes, okay? So if you are not understanding what I just did on decimals, that's okay. I just wanted to show you that these dots over here, okay, and this equation is the same thing, okay? The line goes through the dots that you see, all right? So then over here, if you go back to the online textbook, let's go back to the online textbook. Oh no, where's my online textbook? So if you go to the online textbook now, you will see question number 15, right? So now this time I want you to take a screenshot of question number 15 all the way from here all the way down there. But you know what? Let's not put in the graph. So I want you to just go ahead and take a screenshot from, let me show you how to do it, okay? So screen, shift, control. Okay, I just want you to go ahead and take a screenshot of this part, not the graph paper. You see this? Okay, now I did that. I'm going to go ahead and insert it right here, okay? Yeah. Oh no, but I don't know how to. I think it's this one. Is it? What if it isn't? Yes, it is, okay? Hold on. So then now what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and plot these points, okay? And we're gonna talk about how this graph moved, okay? So now I'm gonna go back to decimals, okay? And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna move this at all. I'm just gonna keep it the same. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and add another table. So I click on this part right here, and then I click on add table again, okay? So now this time I'm going to plug in the numbers that I see on the table on question number 15, okay, in your textbook. So I see negative 3, okay. Okay, then now let's plug in these numbers over here. Does everybody know which numbers I'm plugging in? This is question number 15 in your textbook. Oh no. All right. So then I need to try and make my screen a little bit smaller because it's a little bit different, right? So then let's see. What do you think? What do you think happened to the graph, guys? Do you see the green dots and then the blue dots? So if you were to draw a line through the blue dots, what do you think happened to the same graph? Because I can tell you right now that these two are the same graph, but then they moved. In your opinion, do you think the graph moved to the right, to the left, up, or down? I'm talking about the blue dots compared to the green dots. Yes, good job. The graph actually moved down. Okay, so let's look at this number over here. How many did it move down? When x was 0, y was what? -7. So that means it moved down by how many, guys? 7. Okay, so then if I were to write the equation, okay, what if I put y is equal to x squared minus 7? Oh, wow. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but it actually matched, right? So basically what this means is, okay, the graph, okay, moved down, okay? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this, okay? So we'll do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and do Shift Control and then the little boxes, okay? Now I'm just going to take a screenshot like just of this area right here, okay? And then I'm going to go back to my notes. And I'm going to go ahead and insert it. Okay. So insert, image. There you go. All right, and I see this big graph, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay. Ooh, that's like way too big, and I want to try and fit it in the other page. So I'm going to make it way smaller. And yes, it worked, right? If you make it small enough, it actually fits on one page. Okay, so there you go. Shh. So then, I don't know if you remember, but the equation, you need to try and write the equation over here. So let's go down. And let's change colors because we're writing the answer right now. And I'm going to put my equation, y is equal to, insert equation, x squared, and it was minus 7 because it moved down by 7, just like Dejana said, right? And so you can say, oh, we can't say y, because now we're in high school. We have to say g of x, because that was the equation we were looking for, remember? Okay, so there you go. G of x is equal to, and we can't write here because we took a screenshot. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and write the equation down here. And we already put the graph in here. That's why I told you not to take a screenshot of the graph paper. But what I want you to do is, with your pencil, I want you to go ahead and try to draw the graph that you already took a screenshot of. So that way when you're taking the test and you can't find your digital Cornell notes, you can actually find it here. The most important thing you gotta remember is when you count from 0, make sure you go down by 7, because this point right here, that is 0, -7. Okay? So starting from 0, make sure you go down by 7, and that's the only thing that I really care about. Okay? Or you can just say, look at digital Cornell notes, that's fine with me. Right? So then now you gotta write here, okay, g of x moved down by 7 compared to f of x. And that was all you had to do. And you know what? I wish that you can go ahead and use the digital Cornell notes to do questions 16, 17, and 18. But I know what's going to happen. So let's just do this. If you feel comfortable, if you're just